It's Rev's iteration of this video. Or rather, Rev sort of like being my part two. I know that Hero Hey did a part two, but like I want like another person's input.
Conclusion of 2024's The Game Awards, and there was a lot going on there, a lot of gaming news that we're going to cover today.
Fuck the Game Awards. It's all biased.
Have absolutely no connection to what gamers want in the year 2024.
Yeah, I agree.
It really proves that. So one of the biggest stories for a lot of wrong reasons was the release, the first look at Naughty Dog's Intergalactic. Now, as that Park Place points out in this headline, there is a lot of negativity surrounding this already. Naughty Dog
I wonder why.
For Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet trailer, as dislike ratio explodes. Now, there's a lot of issues with this trailer, but one of the biggest sore spots and most obvious ones is right in front of us, but we'll talk about this character in just a second. A lot of people are looking at this like-dislike ratio, and they're smelling blood in the water. I mean, this dislike ratio overtook the like ratio on both trailers within mere hours. And also, as a response to that, the comment section on both of these have been disabled, which is not a very good look. And a lot of people are looking at what's going on with this game, and they're seeing...
I didn't know comments were disabled in both. I thought it was only on the one.
Some possible virtue signaling with the choice of main character, and they're saying, is it time to put down Naughty Dog? No pun intended, but we've seen this story play out before, multiple times in the year 2024, in fact, where we have these companies who are just falling off so bad and making choices that show they have no pulse
as
to what gamers want in the year 2024. And like I said, we're going to be focusing on the main protagonist here, who is causing a lot of head scratching. Yes.
Oh my god, dude, this character literally looks like a dude. It fucking pisses me off.
In the year 2024, gamers were really pushing for a bald-headed, muscular, sassy minority as the main protagonist in a game.
You can't... Your strong female character will never be fucking likable if she behaves like a fucking douche. Like a douche, okay? She'll never be likable if she behaves like a douche. If your character is literally shaving her fucking head and is meant to be this serious character, they need to be serious at all times. You can't have them suddenly acting like a fucking entitled fucking brat.
And a lot of people on...
Also, what's with these fucking, like... I understand that women can be muscular, but these arms don't match the proportions of her body. It seems like these arms could almost reach her fucking knee. Like, it looks like your arms could literally go past her knee. Fucking orangutan arms over here. Why? Who approved this design?
On Twitter will get upset for
neck thicker than Vegeta's.
someone pointing that out, that's not a good character choice if you want to succeed in the current market, but it's just the reality.
Oh my god.
This is just Naughty Dog trying to get some brownie points for including a character like this at the very least, but it also shows that they have no idea what gamers want. There was an interesting story out recently about Marvel Rivals, which has succeeded very well since its release, but the...
On the note of Marvel Rivals, I think that a lot of the female characters there are very, like, fan servicey for no fucking reason. I think that the females with the bodysuits are, like, a little too extra, where, like, it accentuates their asses a little too much. And honestly, like my favorite fucking character, unironically, is Luna Snow. I fucking love Luna Snow. In that shit. Like, this is what she looks like in the show. This is a fucking horrible image because to try to prove the point I'm trying to make. Another fucking, like, okay, this, like, look at it, like, she looks quirky. She, like, this literally reeks of I mean reeks in a good way. Like, this literally reeks of quirky character, quirky female character, likable quirky character. and whatnot. And I genuinely like her character a lot. I like the outfit. I like it's pretty fucking like the outfit's good, but then you look at someone like fucking like let's look at Cloak and Dagger. What is this skin tight suit? Like what the fuck is going on with her fucking breasts here, man? Like a lot of these female characters just have like I said in that other video, there there's a fucking there's obviously there's a middle ground between extreme fan service and extreme uglification of a character. And I present to you the middle ground. Like Luna Snow. Okay, that's like she's cute here. Like, and I will always stand by this. I prefer cute over hot any day of the week. I'd rather have a cute character over like a hot character that's overly sexualized for fan service. Mantis as well. Mantis is another one where she's done pretty fucking well. And I haven't played that much Mantis, mind you, but like Mantis and Scarlet Witch, their characters are done pretty well. But then you look at someone like Black Widow or fucking Cloak and Dagger and Cloak and Dagger. Like you look at those two characters and you're like, bruh, why? It's a little too fan servicey. Anyways, back to the video.
Said, "Oh, I had no idea whether or not this game was going to succeed." And a lot of gamers looked at Marvel Rivals and they were sure it was going to do well. Maybe not to the level that it did, but it was very obvious. Sometimes
I'm just waiting for Deadpool.
Things very clear. If a game looks good, it's probably going to do pretty well. If it has certain very minimal boxes checked for gamers.
Deadpool, Gwenpool, all the pools.
And yeah, they know it's going to go poorly, but that whole anecdote with Marvel Rivals shows that a lot of these creators and these developers, they don't have a sense of what the pulse of the community is, what the pulse of gamers are. They have no idea what gamers actually want. You know, it's very obvious to people who are following these things, but it's not obvious to these people in these high up positions. Maybe it's the result of wokeism, or maybe they're in an echo chamber and it's just they're so disconnected from gamers. But
no, I can tell you what it is. It's the DEI consultants putting the fear of God that their game isn't gonna succeed unless they do this stupid type of shit. People at Sweet Baby have literally said that they harassed the marketing team to force this type of shit, because then with threats that their game is gonna flop because they're not including this type of shit. And unfortunately for them, they'd rather listen to the people they hire than to the actual fucking gamers that play their games.
They just don't have a pulse of what gamers actually want, because if Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann and these parties had any idea what's been going on in the year 2024, they would never release a character like this as the main protagonist. It's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. And again, we got another example too with this character of uglification.
Oh my god, dude, she's so pretty here. Especially, she's not wearing a lot of makeup here. Like, I think I genuinely, I think this photo is obviously edited, but I don't think it's edited to like make her more beautiful. I think it's edited in terms of just like lighting. I think the lighting is what's edited here only. Make her pop a little more. That's about it. But I don't think she's wearing makeup here. And this is like night and day. Like, if you showed me these two images, I'd be like, is that supposed to be like her brother? Like, genuinely, I'd be like, this literally looks like this person's twin brother. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this doesn't, like, this looks like a dude. Honestly.
Where an actress has a character based on her, and the character for the game is a downgrade. Like, I'm sorry.
It wouldn't be the first time they did that, Rev.
Infinitely better than this character. Like, I don't care how much coping and seething Twitter does. In fact, A lot of people think you're offensive.
Oh man.
This is a downgrade in terms of from the actress to the character based on her. But what I think is really offensive is uglifying these characters.
Yeah, I agree.
Female actresses, in particular, black women, have this happen all the time. I find that offensive. If you think
haven't noticed that it's black women. I just noticed it's women in general.
Black woman, that's not it. It's virtue.
She also looks like she's black Asian mix, maybe Filipino.
Chud racist gamers are responding to Marvel Rivals, which has several black female characters in it. They're thirsting after those characters. They like them because they're well-designed characters. They're not.
Wait, what? Really? Hold up. Might just me being fucking stupid, but there are? Oh yeah, Storm. I forgot Storm is a black woman. Whoops. I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I fucking heavily dislike Storm's haircut in this fucking game. It's so stupid. She has that Karen cut. But yeah, I forgot Storm exists. Which is pretty fucking bad considering she plays a huge fucking part in like X-Men.
Trying to basically be soft and not be too bold with their designs. They want to have these really virtue signal based designs to push whatever they're trying to do here.
So weird.
I'm tired of this signaling. It's just exhausting. And
they take all the femininity out of a woman, out of the actress, and turn it into like a masculine hybrid of like a woman and a man, where they like keep small aspects of the woman, but it's more masculine and manly, and it's so fucking weird.
Unfortunately, it looks like the voice actor who's starring this
boy
activist. Here is an interview with her from pretty recently.
And then as far as with non-binary and transgender,
where is she? Hold up. Oh, here it is. She looks like a Hellraiser character, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, she literally looks like a Xenobite. Oh my god. She looks like this one. Oh, fucking hell. She literally looks like a Xenobite. Oh man.
the future is here whether we like it or not. We need to not just accept it, but embrace
the future is now, old man.
Not only the beauty of it in it, but the way that it contributes to the world and contributes into the way that...
Bro, what the fuck is going on with your makeup?
Creed, color can form their identity and can walk through the world with pride and their chin up high, like I think is so important for the generation coming behind us. And then
awesome. Well, a lot of people might agree with that.
Fucking Rev, awesome, cool.
A lot of gamers are going to hear that and identify as non-binary. Okay, a lot of people just don't want to hear any of this, and they smell trouble when they have someone like that who's in the main role of a game where they're playing.
Oh my god, dude.
Just like the type of character they would be assigned to, and it's going to be a lot of virtue signaling.
That literally reminds me of oh shit, I forgot what. I don't remember if it was for Valorant or if it was for Overwatch, but I remember this one fucking psycho bitch literally saying she only plays black characters because she's black and she won't play any other kind of character. She'll only play black characters. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what? And she was like, there needs to be more black characters so I can play more characters. It's like, no one's stopping you from playing other characters. Like, such a weird sense of entitlement, dude. It's always, and I never understand why it's always a minority thing, dude.
Ahead. But Reddit is not having it. Reddit thinks this is the greatest design ever. In fact, you have this comment saying,
gaming circle jerk.
Ugly. This is a reference to the fact that they don't actually like women. Now, I saw that one tweet with Sydney Sweeney where a lot of guys are saying,
coming from an individual whose fucking user is transcube. Yeah, you obviously know a lot about straight men, don't you?
She's catfishing when she wasn't wearing makeup. Like, those guys are insane. Like, if you find that...
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you, she looked worse when she was wearing makeup.
I'm gonna be real. Sorry, Reddit. I don't think the
sorry, not sorry.
really enjoys muscular, bald women. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say in the year 2024. If you like that, perfect. But I don't think the average straight guy prioritizes those sorts of features in a woman. That's not,
like I said, cute is justice.
But, we also saw this where someone, quote unquote, fixed this character. And yeah, it caused a lot of outrage.
By Akira Toriyama, the legend himself, came back from the dead just to post this. What a legend. What a legend. But yeah, like, this is such a drastic difference. She looks way more Asian here than here. Here she looks, God, again, she looks like some Shaolin monk dude. But this looks like something out of like Stellar Blade or like out of Final Fantasy. Some type of JRPG.
Literally dozens of
or JMMO
towards this person. Calls for all kinds of crazy stuff here.
Are you shitting me? You're gonna try and cancel the man, the myth, the legend, Akira Toriyama?
This to the average gamer and ask them which one they would choose. I think the answer is pretty obvious, but according to Twitter and the vocal minority there, they're all saying this is objectively better. But anyway,
press X to doubt.
A lot of people are just looking at the situation and saying, what happened to Naughty Dog? Neil Druckmann, what have you done to this company? What is happening with
Druckmann versus after Druckmann?
That is the situation. Not looking good for this game, which is supposed to be an...
Damn, look at those bodacious breasts. Santa's little helper over here.
entire franchise, by the way. But anyways, let's continue to the next bizarre story out of the Game Awards.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Right here. AAA cats are here. Catly unveils the most beautiful cat MMO. How did this make it into the Game Awards? Who did they pay and how much did they pay?
I was about to say, who paid?
This is so bizarre. Obviously, this is AI. Like, duh. And what is the point of this game exactly, right? Look at this description on Steam. A cat open world with beautiful cats, hyper realism, actions, cuddle, speed, islands, fashion, dreams, snow, robots.
We already have a cat game though.
Did this person have a stroke while they were writing this description? What does this even mean? Did they just like pick random terms and just add them all together and then say with?
We already had a cat game. It's called Stray. That's already hyper-realistic cat simulator. Like, what? What?
With cats. Like, this is very bizarre, but you look at their tweets regarding this game that they're promoting here, Catly, the official Catly account. Showing
redefining companionship
283 likes with 6.3 million views. I think if that happened to me on Twitter,
L plus ratio?
There's no way. That is just brutal.
I need y'all need to see this. Look at this shit, dude. 283 likes, but 821 retweets. I wonder how many of those are quote retweets. And 510 comments. with only 319 bookmarks. Like, holy shit, dude. How do you fuck up that badly?
Cool. The amount of likes versus views, and all the comments are just ripping this game and whatever studio's developing this apart. And all the hidden replies are people pointing out this is likely made with AI. I don't think that's really a joke.
AI detected.
A big conclusion to make. Sometimes we see art and stuff on Twitter where it's really hard to tell if it's actually AI, since a lot of these programs are getting pretty good. But this is just like, come on, dude.
Yeah, press X to doubt, because I've seen some quote unquote Japanese accounts that have been posting art, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then I look at the hands, and like the fingers are like crab fingers. They're like crab claws, or and I'm like, oh, it's AI.
Like, be for real here. But the next story here involves the Game of the Year winner, which this year was Astrobot. Now, basically, there's only two reactions to this, okay? There's people happy that Astrobot won, and then there's people who are saying Black Myth Wukong got snubbed. It pretty much...
No, I will die on this hill. Black Myth Wukong does not deserve to be part of Game of the Year award because of the major performance issues it has. Explain to me how people with 4090s and 4090 Ti's are struggling to run the game. What? Like, I have a fucking 20, I have a 3090, or not a 30, I have a 3060 Ti, and at the lowest graphics, I still get frame rate drops, and no matter if I have it on Chinese dub or English dub, I still get mad fucking desync from video and like audio. And I'm like, you seriously want this game to be fucking part of Game of the Year with all these performance issues? I'm like, no, it shouldn't. It shouldn't even be up there. It shouldn't be nominated if your game has these many performance issues. Frame rate drops at the worst, most inconvenient times, even though my graphics are fucking set to shit tier. All because sand pixels are fucking dropping off screen. Like, fuck off. And not to mention, like, in every cutscene, like, not even like literally 5 seconds in every cutscene, there's always these fucking like video audio desyncs, and it's so fucking annoying. And they've only as of today, they've only released 2 patches for the game, which in my opinion is fucking stupid. So no, that Black Myth, I love Black Myth. Like, my favorite fucking boss fight in the entire game is fucking Sun Wukong, the Sun Wukong boss fight at the end. That is my favorite boss fight. But there are so many bugs and issues with that game. I literally tried to fight one of the bosses at the very end of the game. It's this giant fucking rock monster where literally if he fucking steps on you, you die. And every time I go in to deal damage, I'm not dealing damage even though I'm hitting the body. Make that make sense. It doesn't. And whenever I go to try to hit one of the arms, he lifts it up and then moves it, and then I'm trying to fucking guesstimate where the fuck that arm's gonna land so that way it doesn't land on me. And guess what? 90% of the time, it still somehow manages to crush me, and I have to restart all over. That's not good game design. That's buggy as shit because I'm hitting it and dealing no damage. And it's stupid that I don't get that. Like, it's such a, like, it does not deserve Game of the Year, and it does not deserve to be nominated for a myriad of issues. I will die on this hill.
Who you are, it's going to be one of those 2 camps you're going to fall into. And I understand the Black Myth Wukong fans feeling like they got snubbed here, but of all the games that I got beaten out by, at least it was Astrobot. It wasn't like Veilguard or
Veilguard, yeah, Veilguard.
Pushed by the industry. But the weird thing to come out of this is that Chinese players in retaliation are review bombing Baldur's Gate 3.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So basically what I
of all the games, why Baldur's Gate 3?
Fans are mad that Wukong lost because it was developed by a Chinese studio, and Astrobot is not on Steam, so they found a different target. Basically, Baldur's Gate 3 caught some strays here for seemingly no reason. Like, this unironically sucks. Like, this, like, what did Baldur's Gate 3 do to
It's still overwhelmingly positive.
bombing because of this Game of the Year competition?
I love Baldur's Gate 3.
Irrelevant. They just found another.
I play as a woman. I know, disgusting, right? But yeah, a majority of my characters, apart from like the Dark Urge, are women. And I always romance Shadowheart, or I always try to romance Shadowheart and Asterion. Those are my go-tos, no matter what. I love Asterion. I love Neil Gaiman, or I think that's his name, Gaiman. I think that's his last name. Good old Neil. We'll call him Neil. Good old Neil. I love him. He was, oh my god, he plays Asterion perfectly. I don't think they could have cast anyone else to play that fucking flamboyant, sassy vampire other than him. And Shadowheart, because she's Shadowheart. I will say this, though. I fucking despise Shadowheart's black hair. I love her second act white hair way more than I love her with black hair. I think the white hair is so much cuter on her. And it makes her look way prettier than her being a brunette.
Their game to go after, and it happens to be one that is a very big hit among people and very well respected, and now it's getting disliked for absolutely no reason. Just very bizarre stuff. But as we're talking about Game of the Year here, I really enjoyed this section. I'm glad Craig shared this. It's a conversation about like what makes a game a good game, and this man's going to be sitting here telling us what constitutes Game of the Year. What studio? He talked to an oracle, and this is what the oracle had to say about the characteristics of the studio who developed this year's Game of the Year.
The oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. The studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been
wild take, dude.
To increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets.
I feel like there were other games that could have made Game of the Year, though, than Astro Boy.
From cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit. And they didn't make decisions they knew were short-sighted and function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun.
I will say to that, then, in my opinion, Space Marines 2 should have won Game of the Year. If that's going to be the formula, because Space Marines 2 follows that exact same formula. It was a game made by devs who wanted to re-experience the golden age days of video games. And it was a game that they made because they also wanted to play it. They didn't treat the player base as like numbers. They didn't really care much for that other stuff. So I honestly just feel like they had one patch that sort of fucked the game over. And that was the patch before this one, where they nerfed PvE shit, which in my opinion was stupid as fuck. Which probably is why they didn't get Game of the Year. But yeah, like I feel like then if that's the case, it should have been Space Marines 2.
Wow. Did you guys hear that? That is the very complicated formula on making a good game that's going to generate a lot of revenue. Give gamers what they want. Make something gamers
that's
want. Make
fucking
something
wild.
New, innovative. Something that's fun for you. Something that you enjoy working on and playing yourself. And also making decisions that are not about bottom line or inserting something to get a bonus or to share your politics. Just make something fun and the revenue will come with it. I know, mind-shattering, but this is the simple lesson that is what makes games successful. And it's so crazy to see all these studios ignore this and ironically chase money and agenda and all sorts of things, and then they end up losing all their money anyways. It's a complete joke. But there's a couple more things we want to talk about here. Content Creator of the Year was announced, and the winner was Queso, which
Pog to Queso.
But of course,
congrats.
Cora heads, we lost. Unfortunate time, and someone please check on.
Who is that? Who is that? Oh. It's the bunny girl. I was like, who the fuck is that? It's bunny girl.
Hideo Kojima. The man is not doing well, but in case you didn't know, he's a huge Pecora fan, but yeah. She won, but it is what it is. You can only, I'm just glad she was nominated in the first place, to be honest with you.
Yeah, props to her.
There's one other.
Congrats. She made it to the nominees, so
this is very
congratulations or congratulations I do.
Things that have happened, but this is a crazy thread. If you want to check out this full thread, it's quite long. But basically, this individual points out that the Game Awards featured a wildly insincere moment they called the Game Changers Award. And this man would go on stage. Now, I have this shortened kind of TLDR from Madam Savvy here, where basically this guy who is presented as like this humble nobody in the scene is actually an executive at Tencent. And on top of that,
oh my god, he's a Tencent executive
of acquisitions. IP
acquisitions. God.
So what he does is he comes in, helps acquire these companies, and then typically what follows is massive layoffs. Thousands of people losing their jobs. This guy is an enemy of everyone in that room, and they were all
an enemy of gamers.
Whether it's ignorance or they're just that brainwashed or feel like they don't have a choice, it's a very bizarre thing to see. I don't know why they pulled this off, because it was so strange, and people figured out who this guy
so insincere
pretty quickly, and that he's not just some humble guy. He's the guy who is trashing and helped trashing the industry and making these giant monoliths of companies and running people from the industry out of a job.
Oh boy.
Thing, but overall,
that is a very bizarre thing. That's a very much like an Oive thing.
There's some other stuff that happened, but I just want to hit those key ones right there. And for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section.
But yeah, like, oh my god, dude, that's fucking crazy. Congrats to Pecora though. Yay! Like, she got nominated. That's like fucking amazing that a VTuber got nominated for the Game Awards. Like, congrats to her. Like, that's fucking dope. Okay, I don't watch her, obviously, because I had zero fucking clue who it was. But props where props are due, you know, from one fellow VTuber to another, from an aspiring VTuber to someone who's already made it big, you know? Congrats. It's well deserved. And it's a shame that she didn't win, but at the same time, you know, it's Queso. The mass of that man was gonna guarantee him the win. Oh, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is, dude, like, oh my god, dude. Actors just need to learn to shut the fuck up and not say shit in areas that they obviously have zero fucking experience in. They need to stop fucking virtue signaling. It's so fucking cringe and it's so disingenuous. Secondly, these fucking game companies need to stop uglifying their fucking characters because it's so fucking terrible. Like, I would be offended if I was a woman and I was hired to like play this badass female character, or on paper this badass female character, and then like they take all my natural beauty and they fucking make them into that. I would be fucking furious, dude. I'd be livid. I'd be like, why, dude? Why? Why? Just why? And like, it's just, God, dude, fucking, they'll never learn. They will never learn.